Hi, welcome to the Security Policies Introduction video. Let's start. Calico Cloud implements tiered policies, which enable guardrails to be set up that prevent developers from inadvertently violating security controls. Each Calico policy or global policy belongs to a tier. Here, for example, we have a security tier with more general company policies administered by the security team, an infrastructure tier with policies which will ensure nothing will break for the normal function of the environment, while minimizing the attack surface should we have been compromised. And finally, a default tier where the developers implement their security policies while deploying the applications. Policies are evaluated from left to right and top to bottom. As global security policies and resources are associated with a specific tier, admins can configure access controls for these Calico policies using standard Kubernetes role and cluster role resource types. This makes it easy to manage RBAC for both Kubernetes policies and Calico tiered policies. Let's now create a policy in one of our tiers. As you can see, this policy has been implemented as a staged, which allows us to observe possible traffic implications before enforcing the policy. That is, you can verify that correct flows are being allowed or denied before currently enforcing the policy, which minimizes misconfiguration and potential network disruption. A staged policy provides the same packet, byte, and connection metrics and flow logs, or visualization hits, as if it was being enforced. The policy preview takes us to the flow visualization feature, which allows us to preview the impact of the policy changes before applying them. Here, we have a radial map representation of all namespaces in our environment, with the specific details of the endpoints on them and the flows between different endpoints, which gives us a high-level overview of what the traffic pattern is in the environment and allows us to understand the potential impact security policies will have on them. To know more about the flow visualization, I recommend you to check our video for that specific feature. Once we are happy regarding the traffic our policy will match, we can get back to the policies board and enforce it. Now, the staged representation of the policy is not shown anymore. To demonstrate the policy recommendation, let's assume a developer has implemented a security policy that inadvertently will block some of the traffic. For this, I've created a policy called dev.netpol hipster shop, which is a staged policy. Let's enforce it. If I get back to the application, I can see that most of the services are working. However, I have affected the connectivity between the checkout and cart microservices. If I try to place an order now, the application will fail. Now let's see what Calico Cloud can do for us in order to solve this with a feature called policy recommendation. But before entering into the details, let's use other Calico Cloud built-in features to identify which traffic is being affected. You can see by the red lines shown, there is some traffic being denied. If we select this link and go into the details view, we can find which security policy could be dropping our traffic. Here, we can see the policy I enforced previously, called dev.netpol hipster shop, in the default namespace is responsible of the communication failure. Policy recommendation helps developers with minimal to no experience to generate a security policy to secure workloads. Let's select the namespace and the checkout service to see what policies Calico Cloud recommends to us. Policy recommendation does not look into existing policies, but into historical flow logs entries that match our request. Here we see the selection of ingress and egress rules recommended with the source and destination endpoints and protocols. We can make any modification of those if needed, and similarly to previous scenarios, we would be able to preview and stage these recommended policies to observe the impact. In this case, we will enforce the policy recommendations. Policies are ordered and enforced top to bottom, so we must apply this policy before the developer's policy which has inadvertently blocked the traffic. And now we can verify our application is working as expected. I hope this short introduction video has given you an idea on how Calico Cloud can speed the process of deploying security policies, help on the assessment of those before being implemented, troubleshoot issues when the wrong security policies can impact your applications, and improve the security and understanding of the required policies through smart recommendations based on observed network traffic. Try it yourself with the Calico Cloud free trial.